And why are all my tender summer plants startings in here and not the greenhouse? Because we had a freeze last night. Okay, last night we had a freeze. I know it's May, but we had one of those unseasonal freezes. And I heard so many people on Facebook saying, oh, they had to go out and cover up all the plants. They were so worried about them. And I wanted to tell them so badly that most of the plants are going to be okay. Perennials are usually okay without any problem. Your blooming plants are usually going to be okay. I need to stake these irises, but they're okay. And the ones you have to worry about, and we'll go out and see our little ghost garden right now. The ones you have to worry about are the tender ones and the ones that are blooming. Now, I covered my strawberries and I covered my beans. Those are the only tender ones I've actually got planted. The strawberries are something that come back every year, but since they're blooming, they're kind of more susceptible to the freeze right now. So I'm going to uncover this and we're going to look and see if anything got damaged. Usually when you don't have to worry about plants that are the hardy ones, such as your kales, your trees, your shrubs, your evergreens, your perennial flowers, and the cabbages and onions and the lettuces. Those usually you don't have to worry about. They like the cold weather. In fact, some of them even taste better after they've had a touch of cold weather. But you will have to protect your peppers and your tomatoes and any warm weather plant that you may have planted, such as marigolds, coluses, begonias, those type of flowers. Now, the temperatures below 32 can actually freeze the tissue of your warm weather plants, and this is what turns them into mush a few hours later and kills them. Usually if the temperature dips to the 40, it may set them back a little bit, but it won't kill them. So let's take the covers off and see what kind of damage, if any, has been done. Okay, let's look at the strawberries. Now, one thing to remember is that when you are covering them, cover them with sheets or floating cloths are best. Now, if you have the floating covers, you don't have to take them off every morning. If you have sheets or plastic, take them off in the morning. Let's see if there's any damage. I really see none in the strawberries. They all came fine. When you're doing plastic, make sure that none of the plastic actually touches the strawberries or the plants during the night. Anything that plant touches will suffer damage. The asparagus bed I did not cover, it's fine. Did not cover my peas, they're fine. So is the kale. The onions and stuff are fine, and the chives are fine. I have another bed of strawberries up there that we will uncover. Okay, here is an example of what happens when the plastic either touches the plant or it blows off. This one, we had plastic around it. Some of it touched, but mainly we came out and found the plastic down the hill. So all that on the top I'm going to have to clip off because it will not come back. But the leaves on the bottom are still fairly okay, and we're just going to have to hope that they come back. I would have taken it inside the greenhouse, but that pot's too heavy. Now you notice I leave the covers out. I do that so the sun can dry them. Now I use these are really old. I use these for covering up in the spring and in the fall. And also if I have to transplant and the sun is really pretty bad, I'll use some shade cloths hanging over the top of the side, much like this, to kind of protect the little plants until they get started. Well, now let's go into the greenhouse and see how those have done. Now I had these all covered with fleece, and I already took the fleece off. As you can see, it's up there in the corner. But these came through really well. And later on today, I'll be moving these all back outside. But I'm working on a project right now to organize these better so they're not on the ground all the time. So yes, that's an upcoming video that you'll see how I organize my bucket garden. All in all, I think we got through this freeze without any problem, except for those poor little potatoes, but we can always hope. And hope everyone's staying safe, enjoying this bit of freedom that we're been allowed, and remember, dream big. Bye.